episode 2. I welcome you all back if you joined the first episode. If you didn't, please feel free to check it out. It had some great content. We're going to begin this in a similar way. Go ahead and do introductions and maybe talk about some stuff that happened over the past week or weekend. I'm going to roll it off to Mel first because he's an interesting dude and he has something nice to say.
Hey, what's going on, man? Once again, it's your boy Mello. I had a fantastic weekend. I can't complain at all. My son was over for the weekend, and I got to spend some time with him on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I had I went out because a friend of mine, he just had, he had a baby boy. Congrats to you, Josh. And spent the day with him. Then went to Target to buy some stuff for the kid, which is going to be my godchild. I'm pretty happy about that. And then after that, went to Dave & Buster's Sunday night and killed it with the family. It was a great weekend. Go ahead, man.
Nice. Very nice. Awesome. Max, what about you, man?
It sounded like a fucking Alcoholic Anonymous fucking meeting. So, what you got? What are you bringing? Oh, my name is Max. I've been an alcoholic. Yo, we got to put some spice in this shit, man. We back in the building. Oh, shit. My shit is tweaking everywhere. We back in the building with our second episode. What did I do over the weekend? I hustled my way into some fucking moolah, some money. And I watched some boxing, some Puerto Rican boxers on Saturday. Berlanga, shout out to Berlanga. Wasn't really impressed with what he did on that fight. And some upcoming Puerto Rican boxers. And that was my weekend, man. Nice. Just hanging there, hustling, and watching some good ass sports.
It's always good. Good weekend.
But we back in the building, though. So that's a good thing.
That's my older brother, Chad.
What's up, guys? I'm Chad. Welcoming you back. If you checked the last one out, same as my brother did. And, appreciate the support. Hopefully, you've been here for it. So, as far as my past week went, I didn't do much. I made a few plays on the market. I'm nothing big into that or anything like that, but I made some decent money last week playing the market. And unfortunately, as of Saturday, I found out I tested positive for COVID. So now I'm sitting on my ass and I'm forced quarantine for the next 5 days, even though I'm asymptomatic. I have no symptoms, but I'm sitting here doing nothing. So I've been playing video games, watching movies, watching television shows, a couple of really decent ones that I've checked out. But perhaps we get into that later, but not right now. For now, I'm going to kick it back to Clint.
Man, you can't blame them, man. I will use any excuse to keep you away.
Yeah, so as far as my weekend, always working 24/7, or at least I try to be, demanding jobs. Got to take a break. Went to see my brother, which was great. Stayed 6 feet away, though. We went to where Shutter Island was filmed. Checked out the abandoned insane asylum places. That was cool. My daughters were with me, so that was great to have them there. They enjoyed the trip. And they enjoyed Chad's dog/daughter. So that was always a good thing. And as far as that, pretty much nothing. I'm just always working, so that's all I can say.
So on episode 1, Clint was a little shy, so we're gonna let Clint.
So I took the lead on this
today.
one.
He doesn't seem very shy. He doesn't seem very shy.
He's gonna be the go-to guy. So
I was shy on the first one.
Any questions? Anything? Ask Clint.
So it's now handed off to me for the lead role this week, which is cool. I appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate you.
I can bring the same, energy that Chad brought last week, and Max and Mel. If I can't, they have nobody to blame but themselves. So
mainly Max, mainly Max. I just want to say, they said, Mel, you're too popular. Shut up a little bit.
That's true. I actually heard the same thing. I heard the same thing, that Mel was too popular. I did hear that.
Yeah.
Weird
It-
that I didn't hear anything
Yeah.
about Max.
It's a nonstop. So let's jump into our first topic, which is I say NFL, which there's been a lot of like moves and trades happening, and I don't know. To me, I think like the AFC West is probably currently the most talented, division right now. However, I don't think any one of them is going to be in the Super Bowl. But still, do you have something to say, Chad? Is there an issue?
Do I have something to say? I mean, obviously, I think my team's gonna go. Obviously, right? So you're talking AFC West.
Is your team the Dolphins? I don't know. What's going on.
Okay, so you're talking we all know your team is the Dolphins, and for those of you that don't, my brother's team is the Dolphins. So God bless him for not being a Patriots fan as well and choosing a team in the past division. Good job. He's a fucking Dolphins fan. I don't know what y'all are gonna do. I mean, I hope for 500% for you. I'm being nice, but I mean, AFC West is stacked. It's insane right now, and with the trades, like we picked up Devontae Adams, and I feel like that's probably. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, yes. I'm a Raiders fan.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
We know you're a Raiders fan too. We get it. Anyways, but like we picked up Adams, who is arguably the best receiver in the league. And one other thing about Adams is like that is probably the only decent free agency pickup / trade that has gone on. Everything else seems so incredibly one-sided. Clint, if you can think of any of them, tell us.
I mean, Raheem Mostert went to the Dolphins. I don't know if you knew that. So just.
Ooh, did not know that. How do we feel about the Russell Wilson trade? Anybody want to weigh in on that?
First of all, wow.
Go ahead.
If I was the Seahawks, I would have never traded him. I'm not going to lie to you. But then again, Peyton Manning's been traded. So, but if I was the Seahawks, he would have had to retire with me. He's probably going to give them their only ring they're ever going to get. I wouldn't have traded them.
I feel. I mean, I agree with you because like I want to see people stay with their team, right? So like,
their team. What happened to that?
Yeah, I miss that. But the thing is, the Seahawks got fleeced for Wilson. Like, do you see what Denver got out of that?
Wilson.
I'm sorry. What the Seahawks got out of that? I apologize. What the Seahawks? I apologize. Yeah. All right, get me for the one time you're gonna get me this episode. Do you see what the Seahawks got out of that, though? All right, it's already working, so that's great. Unfortunately, not the way I expected.
Max, what do you have to say on that trade?
Oh man, who's Russell Wilson? The guy that dates Ciara, right? You see, I know what y'all talking about, man. Come on, man, stop playing, man.
All right. So let me just roll through this real quick.
This is fun, man.
So for the people that don't know, Max is not really into sports like that.
I'm just not a football person, man.
Which is fine.
But you know,
basketball, baseball, soccer.
Like, I could do a little basketball, little baseball. You know, boxing. Now, when it comes to boxing, man, I won't stop talking. But hey,
I feel like that's the point of this, right? That's the point of a different take. I don't want to segue out of that. I feel like Clint's nodding. He did nod. Like, let's stay on topic because for real, like this NFL offseason is crazy. Matty Ice just left, right? And Marcus Mariota, I don't know if you know, just got shipped to the Falcons to cover Matty Ice's spot.
Yeah, but no one cares about Marcus Mariota.
No, nobody cares. But what I'm saying, Matty Ice just fucking left. Baker Mayfield is now a no-name. Like, he's just out there just floating. He's at best a backup now.
I don't know why he was trying to get off of the Browns. That was not a smart move. And
he didn't have a choice.
No. He was trying to get off the Browns. 3 days later is when they got is when they required this guy.
This guy.
Anybody else just lose
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Mel's out.
I'm out.
Your camera's
You're here vocally, so carry on.
No, I want to be in. 3 days later is what they required this guy.
I mean,
who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. But the thing is,
that's not this guy. Yeah.
The thing is, that's not who I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Amari Cooper coming over for like that's what I'm talking about with this bullshit. The only even trade, the only thing that was even or like legitimate was what the Raiders paid for Devontae Adams. Everything else, people got fleeced one way or the other. It was ridiculous. It was insane. Like Matt Ryan just left for what? What was it, like a 5th round pick or something dumb like that? And I mean, like, that means you think you're a contender. And the Raiders, I honestly believe, just based off of their moves and not just my bias, and I'm sorry if you feel it just as my bias, but, like, I don't know if you know this or not, but Devontae Adams and Derek Carr played ball together in college, and they were both the league leaders when they played in college, so they're reuniting. So we got that going on. Plus, we just signed Chandler Jones and let somebody else go for a contract. So that's my Raiders talk aside. I think we probably paid a little bit too much for defensive side of the ball, but Khalil Mack moving again, Von Miller moving again, it's been fucking insane.
Mack
back. We don't even know what's going to go down with Odell. Like, Odell is still there. He's still free agent.
He's the new Terrell Owens. Odell Beckham is the new Terrell Owens, which is like, he's a fucking massive talent with too much of a fucking mouth. And I mean, I take those on my team all day, no doubt, because I don't give a fuck if, you know what I mean, you run your mouth. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. I've never cared about that. And also, by the way, can we just talk about that football is the only sport that really gives a fuck about that? Like, for real.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
What are we talking about?
It's the only thing that gives a fuck about that. Because
wait, what is?
His mouth all day, and he'll just be Aaron Rodgers.
Anyways, football's the only sport that cares. Max, what I was saying is football's the only sport that cares about if you fucking run your mouth. Max, not Max, Mel, you're almost back.
Oh, damn, we finally could see Melvin.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, I can see it perfectly.
Wait, he's back for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's frozen.
We'll just roll it. I just got a black screen, but we'll roll it. Wait,
he's frozen in place in mine.
Oh my god,
man! You see, somebody forgot to pay their internet.
It was free Wi-Fi.
Go ahead. What do you think? What do you think? Football really is the only sport that has an issue with drama queens. Yeah.
It's
oh, he's moving again.
Like, you know, Ocho Cinco, Brandon Marshall issue. Yeah. I don't think Brandon Marshall is so much the same thing as like Ocho Cinco and the rest of them, because Brandon Marshall, like that's like mental health, right? So that's a little bit different, right? Yeah.
That's not just so much like prima donna, right?
No, but I'm saying like those actions led to what happened with his career.
I think Marshall had not to like completely disagree, but I think Marshall had a great career. I think Marshall is underrated, but
if a quarterback were to do that, he'll just be Aaron Rodgers, and that's unfair.
So I understand that, and I'm not trying to run it back to this, but like I have to. Like there's a reason there's a term called Bradying. There's not a term called Rogering. There's actually a term called Bradying. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but you can definitely look this up. I'm not making this shit up. Clint, do you know what Bradying is?
This is played in the balls?
Is it when
no
secretly you desire to like love Brady, but you can't like you?
Yeah, it's exactly like that, except like there's Mel. Do you know what it is? Yes or no? Do any of you know what it is? So it's when you sit.
You also believe that you made this up. I'm just saying, like this is.
I swear on my love for my daughter that I'm not making this up. So braiding is when you sit on your ass in the middle of the fucking field after a play is done. Right? You sit on your ass, your legs are outspread. You guys can't see me, but your legs are outspread. You split your legs slightly and you put your fists together and you put them in between your legs and you whine like a little fucking bitch. And that's called bradying. Same thing as Tebow has a thing. There's a thing called bradying. And it's when he whines for a fucking flag. It is 100% true. You can definitely check it. But I'm not trying to run it back to Brady. I want to talk about the fucking offseason acquisitions because they've been
just
crazy.
Just go off of the fact that you just made up the fucking term. On the spot.
I made it up. Fine. You guys have access to the internet. Which one of you guys could, besides my computer, which one of y'all's computers can look this fucking up?
Get down on the floor,
go ahead.
Indian style. Put your hand between your lips.
Didn't say Indian style. Did not say Indian style. I said legs spread apart.
It's officially Indian style.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that shit because I don't say words like that. So, like,
why are we discussing it? All right, my God. So back to the hand. All right. So, who agrees that AFC West is currently the most talented?
I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. And to the best of my knowledge, Mel is also a Raiders fan, and like, I'm salty that Khalil Mack went to the Chargers. To be honest, like, I feel like
I do, but I'm not gonna lie.
Are you kidding me?
We was winning without him, and I'm all right with that.
We'd win better with him, like, for sure. Like, the dude is a god.
I mean, he's not Aaron Donald. He's not.
He's better.
He's
proven better. Do you know what? Go
exactly.
That's equal wins and success. Remember that.
I agree. I agree.
For example, like, Chad, you are by far more talented than me, but
I mean,
at what?
Piece of shit. You piece of shit. You piece
you're just gonna say like in life?
Shit. No. How the fuck
not even at that.
So
motherfucker.
How does he get a swing and then both y'all get a swing at the fucking same time? Do you not understand what the fuck just happened?
Is he saying how you are as a person?
Oh my god, fuck you. Whatever. Take a swing. I don't care. Somebody will pick it up.
Please.
On the line. This is why you get that free
You just
swing,
left it open.
They can't pick it up.
You're more talented than me, but
please,
like, damn, and what?
Yeah. Like, we are super curious.
We are
super.
That's a joke. Talent does not equal success. You know what?
I'm super curious to know what the hell is Chad better than you at, or more talented than you are.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe that's the joke in itself.
One of these podcasts.
Right? You're more talented than me.
Maybe.
Yeah, that one.
Sure you are.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, he could.
Why is this a riff on Chad podcast? Like, I think we should talk about something relevant and not fucking digging into me. That sounds like fun.
All right, so
he could smoke the shit out of that vape.
That's true. That's true. Actually, I vape better than him. Clint does vape now. Like,
speaking of that, no, not vaping. Speaking of that, though, like, because we have a limited amount of time. So, anyone else want to shoot in on this NFL?
Yeah,
topic?
I mean, this off season has been
continually
more interesting than the last 5 years all in one. It is. It has. You literally can't play next year. You can't play this year's Madden next year. You won't be. It's gonna be a complete like. What do you stay doing with the guy on your team? Everybody's different now. Everyone's somewhere else. It kind of gave me NBA vibes for 1 year. Usually in the NFL, one person gets traded, and it's like the biggest thing. Imagine everyone could just go somewhere. It's like the season that LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, all of them was just going places. Now it's just like that in the NFL. First of all, it's beautiful to see players getting more. They're getting more power over themselves, man. We go for the owner so much more than we know in the NFL. When we want players to stay on these contracts that fucking suck because we love them for our team. It sucks, man.
Yeah. I agree. However, I just want to like click in here really quick. I agree. I think it's even crazier than he said, but I did want to speak on one other thing. I think that the NFL, for a reason, wasn't like those NBA teams. We can't make those rotations. We're not running starting 5, 6. Like, that's not something what we're doing. Although I do respect the excitement. However, dumb shit starts happening, which is the other side that I wanted to bring up, and I'll only touch on it briefly, which is like Juju Smith-Schuster and fucking Christian Kirk getting massive contracts for no fucking reason because they are not proven receivers. You know what I mean? Like, there are some moves that just didn't make sense, like, for the team. There's some moves that didn't make sense for the player. And so, I mean, that's all I want to talk about, like, really, because it is what it is. The NBA is a different game than the NFL. As much as y'all want to say, like, rings are all that matters, there are certain players in the NBA that can bring it home better than the NFL. So
I interrupt this segment to tell you that 20 minutes into the podcast, Max still doesn't understand what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah,
because he doesn't understand football.
Speaking of that, because Max is not the biggest sports fan, do you guys want to segue? Max, do you want to talk about anything, or do you have any?
All right, let me pop my Latin side of this shit, man. Let me put that salsa. Let me put that reggaeton. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm gonna be talking about I'm gonna be talking about two legends. Of one that actually portrayed being a Latin, and the other one actually is Latin. One that died, the other one just retired. We're gonna start it off with, I don't know about you guys, but one of my childhood favorite wrestlers was Razor Ramon. He passed away. And actually the bad guy. You know, what was his starting
Hey yo,
little phrase there that you mentioned it, Melvin. Hey yo, hey yo.
I should have opened with that. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, like it was his whole persona. His whole persona was like a little mixture of Scarface and you know, like a mafia type of thing, and a little Rico Suave type of thing. And I was all in it, right? Great wrestler, and you know, R.I.P. to him, to the family, strengths to, you know, the wrestling world definitely lost a legend, and R.I.P. to that.
Yeah.
Moving along, we're gonna go with an actual real Spanish person, and this guy is just retiring. I'm talking about Daddy Yankee. If anybody knows anything about reggaeton, and people that, yeah, you say, you know, so you know how big the guy is when, you know, people that don't even understand the language know the guy. You know.
Oh shit! Why are you doing dirty on the constant?
You know, yo, I'm like,
in the beginning,
man, I'm on point with this
Max,
shit, man.
that would be a good topic. Everyone else said this guy sucks, Max.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Chad said that he didn't. Chad said that he didn't know
Never
who
heard
it was.
of the man in my life. No idea. Until
All right,
I
cool. This
found out it was
this is
Pitbull.
going on YouTube.
Until I found out it was Pitbull, I didn't even know who it was.
Oh man, don't insult my boy. Don't insult. So Daddy Yankee came up with a little video on his Instagram, his social media, and he announced that he is retiring. He thanked his audience, people that actually was there since day one, and he said he's coming out with the last album and the last tour. And moving along from that, Soulja Boy is having another kid with some girl. I don't know. I just saw it on Wall Street.
All right, so let me speak on the first thing real quick.
I just had to sneak that in.
Yo, I'm gonna speak on the first thing and quickly go to the second thing. Real quick on the first thing. Yo, I didn't watch much wrestling at all, like growing up or any time like that. But there was a brief period in time when I did watch wrestling. I did have a favorite wrestler. I feel like anybody that watched wrestling had a favorite wrestler. Mine was when I was a kid. No, when I was a kid, it was the Ultimate Warrior. Like when I was mad young, and then after that, it was Chris Jericho, right? So I definitely remember your homie. Like, I remember, like, I actually think I talked to Mel about this, like, off the podcast, asking him, like, oh, is it this person? Am I remembering this right? I can't believe he passed, which, again, rest in peace and best to the family for sure. And I'm sorry for the loss for sure. As far as Daddy Yankee goes, yeah, I know who it is, for fuck's sure. He's a fucking absolute legend. And to hear he's stepping out of the game, that's rough. That it really is. I mean, nobody wants to hear one of their favorite musicians retiring. Like, every fucking year, there's certain musicians, I'm not going to get into this now, where I'm like, I pray to God, like, I get to see them one more time. And, like, unfortunately, certain people aren't going to be able to do it now for Daddy Yankee. And that really blows because, like, he came up, I think, probably like a year or two before Nicky Jam, like, maybe even before that, right around the same time, like, early 90s. Like, both of them, like, started really getting big. And, like, this is massive. I'm sorry?
I'm impressed by what you know.
Oh, thank you.
All
but,
right.
I mean, like, both of these guys, you, brother. I mean, my heart's beating. It's too bad you're married. But both these guys are massive. Like, they're massive in like, to lose something from the culture and to have it so diluted by, everything that's coming out right now. Not that I really want to get into that, but like another time, another podcast. That I spoke my piece. That's it. Mel.
All right, cool. Let's take it back to Clint and
Clint. Sorry, Clint.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch any wrestling at all. So I don't know much. The only thing I know about wrestling is for some reason you can't see John Cena. I don't know, it's weird. And every picture he's just gone.
Oh, wait up. Technical difficulties here.
But I feel bad for his family and anybody that appreciated his work. Sorry, rest in peace, of course. As far as Daddy Yankee, maybe there can be like some kind of comeback. Who knows? Maybe he'll pull logic and just come back like 4 months later, come back out of retirement. Who knows? It's the game's different now, so might want to come back, make some more money, pull it out. But I don't really have much to say on those. So.
Cool. Yeah. First off,
Marvin, what you got?
Let's think about how Max actually came along with everything. He started off with saying. So I just want to say, I'm very sad that Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall, passed away. And also, Daddy Yankee is retiring. And also, your boy is about to have another baby.
So serious. That's
you know what it was? I popped up. I popped into that. I walked into that, like I opened my Instagram and
no.
Did I drop? Hey, so basically, I opened my Instagram and I just walked into it. Like he's having one of these, like gender reveal type of things, and it's like, two of his homies dressed in like, baby blow up uniforms or whatever, and then one is a girl and one is a boy. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this before. And I'm like, this guy's having a kid?
That was like when you're trying to diss on somebody, you already killed them. But you just come back and say, and it's like, you won already, right?
Man, hopefully this doesn't get to his ear, man, because we will be having a. So, I was the first one doing the podcast, he'll be on that, I'll be the first one on the podcast. Yeah. I respect his hustle, though, man. I was the first one to say I was Max on the internet. Okay.
We should have paid respect to Soulja Boy and handed it off a different way for each one, and pointed. So, this is my job. How about you? And
One, Razor Ramon, what an icon, right? Somebody that he's the first person to ever make a bad guy look cool. He's the first bad guy you wanted to be. And I
Yeah.
think someone was right. Someone said he was based off
Yeah.
of Scarface, which is true. Based off of Scarface. And
Yeah.
But what if I wanted to be Scarface? If he was based off him, wouldn't that be
no,
the
in
first
wrestling.
bad guy I wanted to be?
Wrestling. Yeah.
But he wasn't a wrestler.
Oh, all
Wrestler.
right, all right.
He
Yeah.
also changed the
Yeah.
face of wrestling in itself. He left the WWF at the time and went to the competitor and did it in front of it. At that time frame, you've never heard of that. Either you work at this brand or you work at that brand. Went to WCW.
What's that,
And
WCW?
changed the landscape of things. And he came up with one of the coolest groups of all time, NWO. I mean,
NWO.
even if you don't know
yeah,
wrestling,
yeah.
you just somehow know NWO. So he's a part of a huge legacy, man. Seriously.
Like, people, including myself, meme on wrestling, and I do. Like, I think it's shit, I'll be honest. However, what I will say is something they do incredibly well, whether they mean to or not, is like, you can't know how much you love the good guy until you hate the bad guy, right? Like, you can't have a protagonist
The
until
best,
you have
the
an
best
antagonist,
movies have the
right?
best bad guys, man. The best superhero movies has
That's
the best
right.
bad guys.
That's right. That's it.
Talk,
The more you hate the villain, the
Mhm.
more you love the winner, right? And then if it
so
gets go ahead, Max.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm saying when it gets ambiguous, that's when you get shit like Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds, right? Like, who do I root for? I don't really
best
know.
Deadpool was
movie
a
ever.
horrible
Oh my
example. That was a really good
And I don't know about
and
that.
he was good by himself. I don't even care who the bad guy is on there. But he broke different levels. He broke different
Now that y'all
different bands.
But what I'm saying is when you got a gray line, right? It's hard. Like, it's hard to understand. You start rooting for like the
Yeah, but
anti-hero.
He
Like, you
definitely
start
is a
rooting
super
for the weird one.
And even moving forward, that's fine for the Daddy Yankee.
hey,
One, Daddy Yankee, I think he has the most viewed video on YouTube right now. Him and Justin Bieber.
No,
I would
you're
have to
confusing
double-check
your
on that.
topics 100%. You're talking about Despacito,
Oh, I
and that
thought it
is
was.
definitely not Daddy Yankee.
yes, it is. He's featured on the song.
No,
On the video
not on
that
the main
has
video,
the most
he's
views.
not.
Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. 100%.
I want to check that because I'm pretty sure he's not. but, like,
100,
we'll-
100%. 100.
I'm checking. I'm checking.
100% is Daddy Yankee and Luis Fonsi.
While you're
100%.
checking
Yeah,
that,
that's true. That's true. Without me
Hey,
checking, you're right.
Yeah, but
It's only
But
because
talking
of
about-
Bieber, but
What is
whoa,
What's
did you just whoa, Mello?
but talking about
Bo,
villains
Bo,
and
did you
good
just
guys.
say arrow?
Damn.
Talking about
You gonna make me do it again?
Oh, all right.
talk.
Yes.
Go, Max. Go.
Okay, y'all definitely don't want the fucking the latest shit on the fucking avenue. Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah,
I won't talk. Talking about villains and good guys. What would you consider
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett?
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett.
Bad guy.
Jussie Smollett.
Bad guy.
I don't know if any of you guys know who this guy is. He was basically an actor that came out in Empire. He basically staged
His own
him
Julie.
getting beat up by MAGA supporters with the hat and he
Yes, I know who this is now.
so he got he got sentenced to 150 days in
And
jail
the judge
and he's out on bail.
Apart, by the way.
Let me and he's out on $150,000 bail. And he had a real good well, not good, but a real controversial speech on the way out of court when he got sentenced. He said he's not suicidal. Something about he's not suicidal.
That was
So,
the good part?
like, a lot of people might think that that's what he said on the way out. So basically, what I take from it is that, like if they kill me, don't let them say
got it.
that I killed myself. That's what I'm getting from it.
Yep.
Understand? So I don't know what to think about the guy. I don't know if he stays there.
I want in so bad right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want in on this.
Let's go.
So here's the thing. You have no idea how bad I want in on this. So here's the thing.
All right.
It doesn't matter. It does not fucking matter how good your cause is. If your cause is right, like if you are in the right, for you to fake shit to prove your cause is right, you are invalidating your cause 100%. All you're doing is giving, like, whatever is the opposition to your cause is, you're just validating them. If your cause is right, you should never fake some bullshit. You should stay real to your cause. That's the only thing I wanted to step in on there. Like, that's where I believe. I think he's fucked up. I think he's dumb. And all he does, like, as far as I'm concerned, he's working for the other side because
let me get this
he's
straight.
that ridiculous.
What's the other
MAGA,
side?
Everything like that, right?
Yeah, I think he's MAGA. I'm
the
almost
crazy part is this,
100% he's MAGA.
Wait. I gotta get in this. I got to talk about this. If you do wrong, that's not good. That's
no. What I'm saying is if you do something that makes the other side look wrong, that's what I said. If you try to flaw the other side, like if you go out of your way to sabotage the other party for something you believe in, then you don't actually believe in it.
Yeah, but
because I would never fucking trust me in every single fucking thing that I do. When I believe that I'm the best, I promise I'll never talk you down. I'm just going to show you why.
You know what the problem is? Honestly,
which is
you guys are not black. Because black people knew. Listen. Let me tell you. This is the difference. Right? As a black man, right? Everybody was saying, "Why aren't you saying anything about this? Why aren't you standing up for Jesse?" But we was with our silence because we knew he was fucking lying, bro. Because think about it: a white man who's watching Empire and says to him, "Aren't you that N-word from Empire?" How the hell would someone from the Ku Klux Klan know about Empire? That would be something that a white man would say to him. That would be something I would say to him. Anyone from Empire?
I need that nigga from Empire.
Mel, if we could keep our off-stream talks between ourselves, honestly, I'd appreciate that.
That's actually from Dave Chappelle. But is it not a genius line, though? Seriously? That'd be something
I say to you.
And it would be. Think about it. No white man would ever come up to you and say, "Hey, aren't you that nigga from Empire?" MAGA. What? Wait, what? How? Sir, you watch Empire? Like, are something, bro? You shouldn't be watching Empire if you're down with the Ku Klux Klan, bro. I'm just saying, like, you can't do that. It's impossible.
All right, back to Clint, man. What you think, Clint?
Yeah, so, I think he's a bad guy. I don't think he did what he should have done, but, it's, who knows? I'm not in his position, nor will I ever be, because I'm just a forgettable person. But, no, I don't think, I think he should have handled it differently. So, no, I agree. He's the bad guy in that situation.
Bad guy.
No.
I don't think he's ready to Ramon either.
No, he knew what he was doing. 100%.
He's not a bad guy. It's not a bad guy.
Excuse me, bad guy is murder.
This guy is not just murder.
And murder's not even bad. There's justifiable fucking murder. you're right.
Oh man,
Lying doesn't make
let's
it
we
fucking
definitely
bad.
getting canceled.
It's certain times where people say, "Hey, yo, you hit that?" to somebody, and it'll be lying.
Sure. So there's like white lies and bullshit like that, but this is not a white lie what he fucking did. And there's
No.
justifiable murder, and he was a fucked up. Go ahead, Clint.
I was going to say anything that I tell that's not funny would be a white lie. I'm just
I feel fun. Why do you
so
ride
dumb,
that pony so
so
fucking
dumb.
hard?
Oh my God.
That's a different take. Boom. Now,
Yeah.
I fucking holy shit.
guys,
Now,
That
That's
was
definitely worse,
not
man.
the same fucking phone.
Oh man.
so we're approaching. Cool. I don't. Oh, answer it. I know.
and
there we go, Clint.
Good.
And here at different take.
I didn't even.
And here at different take, we have random
I
guys
promise you, man.
answering
You
their
got it.
phones.
Let's try and cover like
we
one
have
more
about,
topic really quick
4
before we
minutes left,
go ahead and. Yeah. So like Chad, Mel, either you guys got your input?
Regarding?
Just a topic because.
All right. So I would highly recommend, without delving too deep into this, check out Sorry to Bother You on Netflix. It was insane. Like, at face value, it's not that deep, but I promise you it is a very self-aware film. Like, it knows it's making metaphors the whole way through. And it is mind-blowingly good. And I watch a ton of fucking movies. And I hate to be a film head like that, but, like, for real, like, that movie's insane.
Not to like interrupt, jump in, but I think that was actually perfect. Like for a quick like ending segue topic. Max, Mel, do you guys have like a favorite thing you're watching right now, so we can like give a shout out and like try and promote whatever is a great.
I'm actually looking at that offer that Jake Paul did to Kanye West and Pete Davidson so they could get in the ring and fuck each other up.
All right.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Pete loses that bad.
Kanye?
but-
yeah he does. Yeah.
Who you think will win that? Who
sure.
you think will win
Kanye,
that?
and it's not even close. It's not even worth discussing.
Wait, why do
Like,
you
that's
say
worth
that?
moving
I don't
on.
know, man. I don't know.
Has Kanye ever showed
Anyways.
you that?
Because Pete doesn't throw hands and he openly admits it, and Kanye does
Kanye
on
has
camera.
hit
So,
a reporter
anyways.
who is definitely not going to hit him back. He's never.
Not reporters. He just got fucking, like, he's facing a charge on a
Dude,
non-reporter
Kanye
right
hit me
now.
up.
But anyways.
If we're being honest, I'm telling you, if we're being honest, like in that ring, Pete would get burned like his dad. I'm just saying.
Oh,
All right.
shit!
Stop.
Oh, shit!
No.
Whoa.
Oh, shit!
Whoa.
Holy
That was extremely.
Somebody got clearance from Pete on 9/11
I'm not
jokes.
saying nothing else.
Okay.
I'm going to let you live with that. No, you're living with
All right. Somebody's been watching Roast.
I make jokes about my dad. It's all right. Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
Wait,
he's
you
dead.
make jokes about our fucking dad,
Yeah,
dude?
he's dead. He's
Yeah.
dead to me, but I'm just saying.
Did he die in fucking
He's dead to
9/11?
Me too.
Hey, let Clint have the last a couple of minutes, man. It was
Wait,
supposed to be an
No,
episode,
Mel's
man.
gotta go.
No,
Mel's gonna
no,
go.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Anything you're
You
watching,
All right,
you
go.
bring up, Mel? No, you're done now. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Melvin, hey, we've been stealing Clint's shine all freaking episodes. So
I think you'll be surprised.
we had
really
to sacrifice somebody's segment, you know. And Melvin was.
Oh, it was mine. It was mine. Nah, you spoke on Daddy Yankee.
We had to sacrifice your segment. Come on. Who the hell did you speak on?
Anything. Like I said, I'm
Who?
a fucking star, bro.
His presence is enough.
Whoa, shit! Wait, the
No,
fact
no.
Mel
Oh,
took
he's very-
offense to that.
But
Anything you said.
ending this though, I do honestly like. I think this was a good episode. I'm glad that I was able to show my awkwardness, and hopefully it wasn't too bad. I hope you all enjoyed the content. I think it was great. I think we all had some good stuff to speak on, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you join us for the next ones.
You already know, man.
Yo, we out. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Oh man, I can't even say this right. Thank you guys for watching this second episode. See ya.